Welcome to my class. I am Pamela Jasmine. Today I am teaching climate. What is the climate of India? India experiences tropical monsoon climate. Tropical monsoon type of climate. Why does India have tropical monsoon type of climate? Because India lies in the tropic belt and tropical belt and this climate is influenced by the monsoon wind, which is confined to the tropic belt, that is between 20° north and 20° south. Then, what are the characteristics of monsoon type of climate? The main characteristics of this type of climate are relatively high temperature and dry winters. Characteristics are high temperature and dry winters. Then, why do we have this distinctive type of climate? The Himalayas in the north and the Indian Ocean in the south provide distinctive climatic conditions to India. So, two factors give distinctive climate to India. Himalayas in the north and Indian Ocean in the south. Then, how do Himalayas protect India? The Himalayan ranges protect northern India from the cold winds of Central Asia and Siberia and give it a continental type of climate. So, Himalaya protects India from the cold wind of Central Asia and Siberia and gives the North India a continental type of climate. What is continental type of climate? The characteristics of continent, that is extreme climate actually. Extreme cold and extreme heat. So, the characteristics which are prevalent, the characteristics of continental type of climate is the prevalence of land winds, dryness of air and diurnal range of temperature. Large diurnal range of temperature. So, the land winds. So, if the wind is from the land, it will be dry because it does not get moisture. If it is from the sea, it is wet, that is moisture is there. But if it is from the land prevailing winds in the land, that is dry. That is why dryness of air and large diurnal range of temperature. What is diurnal range of temperature? That means difference between the day temperature and night temperature. That is large. Range is large. Difference is great. And then the Indian Ocean in the south gives it a hot monsoon climate, more typical of the tropical than the temperate zone. So the influence of the sea is there. Now, there is a broad unity of monsoon type of climate in almost all the states. But there are variations. So, for example, the climatic conditions of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh in the north differ from that of Kerala and Tamil Nadu in the south. And see why? See, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh are in the north. And this northern region of India has a continental type of climate because it is far away from the coast. So, it lacks the moderating influence of the sea. But South India, so Kerala and Tamil Nadu are in the south. The south region is the peninsular region. That is three sides of, that means west. West is, see on the west, India has, that is in the peninsular part, in the west there is Arabian Sea and in the, in the south it is Indian Ocean and on the east there is Bay of Bengal. So, the moderating influence of the sea is there in the southern part. But northern part, it is far away from the coastal region. So, it does not have the moderating influence and it has continental type of climate. So, almost all the state, India has a tropical monsoon type of climate, but still there are variations. So these variations are expressed in the pattern of winds, temperature and rainfall, rhythm of seasons, and the degree of wetness or dryness. So there are variations in these factors. These regional diversions are known as the subtypes of monsoon climate. So which variations? Variations in winds, temperature, rainfall, rhythm of seasons, and degree of wetness and dryness. So these variations give India these regional diversities are known as the subtype of monsoon climate. Now we'll see the temperature variations. Seasonal variations in temperature occur from place to place. So we can see Barmer in Rajasthan may record a temperature of 48 to 50 degrees Celsius on a June day, while it is hardly 22 degree at Pahalgam or Gulmarg in Kashmir on the same day. However, in Dras near Kargil, the temperature may go down to minus 40 degrees Celsius during winter. So there are temperature variations in different regions. Then Kerala has a tropical climate. Kerala has tropical climate with warm and moist air, whereas Punjab has continental type of climate. So Kerala is in the south and Punjab is in the north. So Kerala has the moderating influence of the sea. That is why it has tropical climate with warm and moist air. But Punjab is far away from the coast. That is why it has a continental type of climate. Then the temperature touches minus 40 degrees Celsius in Kargil. We have discussed that in the month of December, whereas Kerala records 20 degrees Celsius or 22 degrees Celsius in the same month. So extreme. Kargil has extreme cold, minus 40 degrees Celsius. But Kerala has moderate temperature. The annual range of temperature is 3 degrees Celsius along the Malabar coast and more than 20 degrees Celsius in the interiors. Malabar coast, that is the western side. It is coastal area. So the annual range, what is the annual range? That means the extreme cold season and the hot season, that temperature difference between these seasons in the same year, that is annual range, difference between the hottest and the coldest day in the same year. Then that is only 3 degrees Celsius. That difference is only 3 degrees Celsius along the Malabar coast. Annual range is only 3 degrees Celsius. But it is more than 20 degrees Celsius in the interiors. Then the difference between day and night temperature, that is diurnal range, in the Andaman Islands and Kerala is hardly 7 or 8 degrees Celsius, whereas in the Thar Desert it is between 25 degree to 30 degrees Celsius. So diurnal range, that means day temperature and night temperature, that difference. So during the day it is very hot in Thar deserts and during the night it is severe cold. So that difference is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. But in Kerala it is hardly 7 to 8 degrees. Then now precipitation in the form of snowfall or rain, snowfall in Himalayas, but in the rest of the country it rains. So precipitation in the form of snow in Himalayas, but in the other parts it is raining. Cherrapunji and Mawsynram in Meghalaya get about 1100 centimeter rains in the year, whereas Jaisalmer in Rajasthan hardly receives 9 centimeter of rainfall in a year. Now, Chura in Meghalaya gets an amount of rainfall in a single day, which is equal to 10 years of rainfall at Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. Then, the Coromandel Coast. Coromandel Coast is the region of Chennai, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. So the Coromandel coast remains dry in the month of July and August. Whereas the Ganga Delta and the coastal plains of Odisha are hit by strong storms almost every third or fifth day during these months. And most parts of India receive rainfall during June to September. That is monsoon, southwest monsoon season. But the coastal areas of Tamil Nadu get rains in the beginning of the winter season. Why it is so? Because the coastal areas of Tamil Nadu, so southwest monsoon means it is from it gets rain. Southwest monsoon is from the Arabian Sea. So that hits the Western Ghats, and it gives rain to the western region of the Western Ghats. That is the windward side. But Tamil Nadu is in the eastern coast. That is why the moisture will be shed in the western coast. And when this wind reaches Tamil Nadu, all the moisture is gone and it is dry. That's why Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh do not get rain in the monsoon season. Now, factors affecting the climate of India. First of all, let us define what is climate. Climate refers to a generalized and composite picture of the average weather conditions spread over a large area for a long period. What is climate? Climate refers to the generalized and composite picture of the average weather condition of a large area over a long period. Then, the factors which influence the climate of India. First of all, it is Himalayas. The first factor is Himalaya. The Himalayas form a climatic barrier, and Himalayas separates India from the rest of Asia. They not only prevent the cold Siberian winds. Earlier also we have discussed. Himalaya prevents the cold wind from Central Asia and Siberia to enter India, and it prevents India to be a cold desert because it does not allow the cold wind from Siberia and Central Asia to hit India. Himalaya acts as a barrier. So Himalaya protects India, and then they also force the moisture-laden southwest monsoon winds to shed rainfall in India. So Himalaya prevents the wind to it does not prevent. Actually, it lets the southwest monsoon to shed its moisture so that we get rain because of Himalaya. Then otherwise, if Himalaya was not there, India would be a cold desert and it would be a dry region. Because of Himalaya, we get rain from the southwest monsoon. Now, the monsoon winds. The monsoon winds have almost a universal effect in bringing summer rains over the whole of South Asia. During summers, winds move quickly into the peninsular India towards the low pressure system of northwest India from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. See, what is peninsular region? That is the lower region. It is surrounded by the tapering region of India. So, it is surrounded by sea, all the three sides, water bodies, all the three sides. So, the monsoon winds have almost a universal effect in bringing summer rains over the whole of South Asia. And during summers, winds move quickly into peninsular India towards the low pressure system of northwest India from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. The moisture carried by these southwesterly winds from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal bring rain to the entire subcontinent, entire India, leaving Tibet dry in the rain shadow of the Himalayas. Tibet is in the rain shadow region. but India is in the windward side. The southwest monsoon start retreating by the end of September from Punjab. The southwest monsoon go back. That means it retreats. So it retreats in different times from different regions. So it retreats in September from Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, that is north. By October from central India. So southwest monsoon retreats very fast from North India, from Punjab and Uttar Pradesh in September. By October from central India, that is Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, and by the end of November from South India. So monsoon comes very fast in South India and it goes back very late. Retreating monsoon brings rain in eastern coastal region. Eastern coastal region, that is Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and all. So during winter, dry offshore northeast monsoon winds blow from high pressure to low pressure region, which is centered at the head of Bay of Bengal. So during winter, land gets cold and sea is hot. So in the colder region it is high pressure and in the warmer region it is low pressure. Wind always blows from the high pressure to low pressure. So in the winter season, wind blows from the land to the sea, that is to Bay of Bengal. So during winter, dry offshore northeast monsoon winds blow from high pressure to low pressure region, which is centered at the head of Bay of Bengal. So see, on the surface of Bay of Bengal there is low pressure. So wind blows from land to the sea. These winds originate in Mongolia and northwest China. As they blow over a vast land mass, they are cold and dry. When the wind blows over the land, it is dry. It cannot get moisture from the land. These cold, dry winds join the trade winds to pass over the Bay of Bengal. These cold, dry winds joins with the trade winds and it pass over the Bay of Bengal. And from Bay of Bengal, it gets moisture. They pick moisture from the Bay of Bengal to bring rain to Tamil Nadu in winters. Okay, now latitude. The Indian subcontinent is divided into two parts by the Tropic of Cancer. So, India is divided into two parts, the northern and the southern zone. That is, the northern region is called the temperate region and the southern region is called the tropical region. The warm temperate or subtropical climate of the north zone gives it cold winter season and hot summer season. The northern region, that is temperate region, has very cold winter and very hot summer. The southern tropical climatic zone of India is warmer than the north and does not have a clear-cut winter season. The southern region has moderate climate. Similarly, the northern northern zone does not have the midday sun almost vertically overhead during any part of the year. So the northern region does not have the vertical rays of the sun. But the southern region, while the southern zone has the midday sun almost vertically overhead at least twice a year. That is why the southern region does not have distinct winter and clear-cut winter season, and the northern zone does not have the midday sun. Then varied relief. Relief plays a great role in the climate of India. Then the Western Ghats get heavy rainfall on the western side because they stand in the way of southwest monsoon winds which come from the Arabian Sea. The southwest monsoon comes from the Arabian Sea. That is in the western side. These Western Ghats stand when this wind, the southwest monsoon wind hits the western Ghats, and see, on the western side of the western Ghats, so much of rain is available because of this western Ghats. Though the western Ghats get heavy rainfall on western side. Why? Because it is in the windward side of the southwest monsoon. Then, on the other hand, the Deccan Plateau gets less rainfall. Why? Because it lies in the leeward side of the rain shadow area of the western Ghats. And one more thing, in Rajasthan is dry. Why? Why it is dry? In Rajasthan, the Aravalli range is parallel to the direction of the southwest monsoon. Aravalli range is parallel to the southwest monsoon. So it is unable to stop the moisture laden winds. This makes Rajasthan a dry area. The southern hills of Assam get heavy rainfall, but the northern region does not get. Why? This is because the southern hills force the moisture laden winds to shed their moisture before they proceed to north. Now, altitude. So, we know that when we go higher and higher, the temperature will go lower and lower. So, it is in the there is a decrease of 1 degree Celsius for every 166 meter rise in height, because temperature decreases as you move to higher altitudes. So the mountains are cooler than the plains. For example, Ooty has much lower temperature than Kochi, because Ooty is in the mountainous region and Kochi is in the plain. Now, influence of the surrounding sea. India is flanked by 3 water bodies. India is surrounded by 3 water bodies. Which are the 3 water bodies? Arabian Sea on the west, Indian Ocean on the south, and Bay of Bengal in the east. So, these water bodies act as the major source of moisture. So, from these water bodies, the monsoon wind gets moisture. These water bodies act as the major source of moisture to the summer monsoons and bring heavy rainfall to the whole area. In fact, it is because of the nearness to the sea that these areas have moderate climate. Now, western disturbances. The weather conditions during winter are generally influenced by the distribution pattern of pressure in Central and West Asia. Because of the variations in the pressure, there is wind, and these winds only one of the main factors of climate. So, in the winter season, due to the shifting of the pressure belts shift. Because of the shifting of the pressure belts, the westerlies blow from 20 degree north to 50 degree north. So, north latitude, and the northern India comes under the influence of the winds and cyclones rising from Mediterranean Sea because of the shifting of the pressure belts. These cyclones bring rain to the northern plains and snow in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, jet streams. What are jet streams? Jet streams are cold, fast-blowing wind that develop in the upper layers of the atmosphere. We know the layers of atmosphere: troposphere, stratosphere, like that. So, in the upper layers of this atmosphere, there is cold wind. So, jet stream is the cold wind. Jet streams are cold, fast-blowing winds that develop in the upper layers of the atmosphere. They influence the climate of India. The westerly jet stream prevails over the North Indian plains during the winter months. So, the westerly jet streams affect the North India in the winter. while the easterly jet stream steers the tropical depressions over India. That means easterly jet stream is in the southern region, tropical belt. These depressions play a very significant role in the distribution pattern of the monsoon rainfall in the subcontinent. The highest rainfall occurs along the track of these depressions. Distance from the sea. Areas in the interiors of India, that is away from the coast, experiences continental type of climate. What is continental type of climate? That is extreme heat and extreme cold. The effect, whereas the coastal area has equable climate or the maritime climate. The effect of land and sea breeze caused by differential rate of heating and cooling of land and sea are responsible for the moderating climate in coastal areas. In the peninsula, the Western Ghats prevent the winds from carrying such benefits far inwards. That means in the coastal area only the we get the moderate climate. When we go to the interiors, that effect is lost. Moderating influence of the sea is lost in the interiors. That is why the interior region, that means North India, has extremes of climate. Now, El Nino effect. What is El Nino effect? El Nino is a warm ocean current which sometimes appears off the coast of Peru in South America during the month of December. It increases the surface temperature of the sea and affects the movement of monsoon winds in the Indian Ocean. This El Nino effect. El Nino is a warm current which originates off the coast of Peru in South America during December. Then it increases the surface temperature of the sea and affects the movement of monsoon winds in the Indian Ocean and causes weak drought-like situation in the Indian subcontinent. So now let's discuss the MCQs. That means one-word answers. So you are going to have MCQs for the first semester. So we'll discuss the MCQs of this part. First, name the climate experienced in India. Tropical monsoon type of climate. Now, why does India have a tropical monsoon type of climate? India lies in the tropical belt and the influence of the monsoon winds. These are the causes. Now, what are the main characteristics of India's climate? High temperature and dry winters. These are the characteristics of India's climate. Now, what are the factors that provide distinctive climatic conditions in India? Himalayas in the north and Indian Ocean in the south provide distinctive climatic conditions in India. What is the function of Himalayas? Himalaya protects North India from the cold winds of Central Asia and Siberia. That is one. Then second, then it forces the moisture-laden southwest monsoon winds to shed rainfall in India. Now, what are the characteristics of continental climate? Prevalence of land winds, dryness of air, and large diurnal range of temperature. Now, which part of India experiences continental type of climate? North India. North India experiences continental type of climate. Which regional diversities are known as subtype of monsoon climate? So, the pattern of winds, rainfall, rhythm of seasons, and degree of wetness or dryness. These are the subtype of monsoon climates. These are the diversities, regional diversities. Now, two coldest areas in India, Dras and Kargil. Now, the difference between day and night temperature, that is diurnal range of temperature. In the Andaman Islands and Kerala is hardly 7 or 8 degrees Celsius, whereas in the Thar Desert it is between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Why? So it is far away from Thar Desert, that means in Rajasthan, is far away from the moderating influence of the sea. That is the reason. Now, why the southwest monsoon does not give much rainfall to Chennai? So Chennai is in the rain shadow region of the Western Ghats. Then why does Chennai get rain in the beginning of the winter season? So the northeast monsoon winds join the trade winds to pass over the Bay of Bengal and pick moisture from the Bay of Bengal and bring rain to Tamil Nadu in winter. Now, what separates the Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia? The Himalayas separate India from the rest of Asia. How much rainfall do Cherrapunji and Mawsynram in Meghalaya get? 1100 centimeters of rainfall. The windward side of the Western Ghats receive rainfall from the southwest monsoon. From what does the windward side of Eastern Ghats get? The windward side of the Eastern Ghats get rainfall from northeast monsoon. What divides the Indian subcontinent into two parts? The Tropic of Cancer divides India into two zones. Which are the two zones? So the temperate zone and the tropic zone. So northern region is called temperate zone and the southern region is called the tropic. Then the southern tropical climatic zone. Southern zone are Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, etc. That southern zone is warmer than the north. North is Delhi, Bihar, Rajasthan, etc. And does not have a clear-cut winter season. Why? So the southern tropical climatic zone is warmer than the north and it does not have a clear-cut winter because the southern zone has the midday sun almost vertically overhead at least twice every year. That is the cause. Now, what makes Rajasthan dry? The Aravalli range is parallel to the direction of the southwest monsoon winds and it is unable to stop the moisture-laden winds. Aravalli range is parallel to the direction of the southwest monsoon. Then, why does Ooty has much lower temperature than Kochi? Ooty is in the higher altitude. It is mountainous, higher altitude. But Cochin is in the lower altitude. There is we know that there is a decrease of 1 degree Celsius for every 166 meter rise in height. That is, temperature decreases when we move to higher altitude. Now, how does North India get rain in winter? The winds and cyclones rising from the Mediterranean Sea brings rain to the North India. That is western disturbance. Now, what is jet stream? Cold, fast-blowing winds that develop in the upper layer of atmosphere is called jet streams. So, question can come like this also. Name the following. Cold, fast-blowing winds that develop in the upper layer of atmosphere. Answer is jet streams. What is responsible for the moderate climate in coastal areas? Land breeze and sea breeze. It is because of the moderating influence of the sea. Now, what is El Nino effect? How does it affect India? It is a warm ocean current which appears off the coast of Peru in South America. How does it affect India? So it affects India because it develops temperature in the sea and the movement of monsoon wind in the Indian Ocean and causes drought-like condition. That's all. The next part next part of climate will be launching soon. I will put the video of the next part very soon. Thank you.